What's good, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is having a good day today, y'all. My day is going good. Now, I'm sorry that I'm late. Sunday night, I just could not fall asleep. I could not fall asleep, and when it was probably 2 hours before I had to get up, I said, just let me get up and just go to the gym. And so I went to the gym. I was tired, but I got through the workout, and then I ended up coming home, and I still didn't fall asleep. And then when I finally fell asleep, I was like, oh, my schedule's going to be out of whack. And so that's why I was unable to come on yesterday. But, you know, I was still working. I just was unable to come on yesterday or whatever because it would have been too late. And so I had to sacrifice so that I could be here on, you know what I'm saying, get back on my right schedule. And that's what I did. Okay, but listen, I watched the episode. The episode was good. I've seen the episode probably 2 times, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And it was a good episode. And we got to talk about it. And we have to be honest about Big Pink. We have to be honest about Big Pink. And the thing about it is, and what I love, we'll talk about it, okay? But again, we are here today to talk about The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 17, Episode 6. And the name of the episode is called Saddle Up and Settle Scores, okay? I thought that it was a great episode, and I feel vindicated. You know, if you're sensitive, leave. This ain't for the crying. This is just a reality show. You get what I'm saying? I just feel like that people are just putting too much on it. Okay. I haven't seen any review. Listen, I'm only here to tell you what I saw about the episode. Y'all don't have to come into you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to come in here and tell me what somebody else said. I really don't care what nobody else had to say because I saw it myself and this is what I'm saying. Okay? And I'm not biased. We'll talk about it during the thing because I got some notes done. I have a lot of notes for this episode. But before we get started, let's see who all in here. And we're going to talk. Oh my God, I already got a super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Mini Golden Noodle Max. Andrew, I am happy to announce that I probably pulled out my auction paddle the other day, and I am your newest Garcelle Patreon member. Thank you for the super chat, Mini Golden Noodle Max. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let me see. Let me go to the top. Malia Lachelle, what's good? Magdalene Lamar, Miss Lovely T. YDKL, what's good? Print Fires, True Blue. What's good? Chelsea B. Mini Golden Noodle. Declan's donation. What's good? Madison. Needed. What's good? I can't wait for you to talk about Kelly telling you that she looks like an alien, baby. We got to talk about it. The Informed. What's good? Ray J. What's good? Dina. What's good? Ski Ball Head has something to say. Who? C. Patterson. What's good? Beautiful Fire. S. Lover. What's good? Corin. B. No Say. What's good? Aaliyah Gibson. Chelsea B. What's good? TJ. Miss Bella. The original goddess. What's good? Classic Willow. Drop the receipts. Ooh. Nick Hood, what's good? Beautiful Black, what's good? Rosie Posey, what's good? Q, what's good? Dimitri, YDKL 0819, what's good? Michelle, Johnny's Angel, what's good? You've been waiting on me since yesterday. Listen, I had to get some sleep. Junior, what's good? And last night it was so easy for me. I just put my phone down and closed my eyes when I went to sleep. Melissa P, what's good? Sweats Canal Talk, what's good? Raspy Gamer, what's good? Mary, what's good? Lee Jugs, what's good? Monique King, what's good? Cashmere, what's good? Yeezus. And McKay, what's good? Delisha Dismuke, what's good? Dimitri. JMF B Inc., what's good? Freedom, Lady Parker, Black Smile, Divine. Beehive, what's good? Aries Diva, what's good? Smack to you. True Blue, what's good? Color Me June, what's good? House, what's good, y'all? Okay. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? We are here today to talk about The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Did I say Potomac earlier? I feel like I said Potomac earlier. We are here today to talk about The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 17, Episode 6. And the name of the episode is called Saddle Up and Settle Scores, okay? So the episode started off in Dallas, okay? We are day 2 of the Dallas trip, okay? Now, I don't know if it was an ode to Dallas or Dynasty. To be honest with you, I didn't even know there was a show called Dallas until last week, and y'all let me know in the chat in the comments. But I didn't even know. Thank you for the super chat, PPSC. She said, I'm a boss, says Pink. Hey, Gabor, what's good? I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Okay. But no, I never seen an episode of Dynasty or Dallas, and I didn't even know it was a show called Dallas before until y'all let me know last episode. Okay. Now, Shamia was on the phone with her sister, Glenda, and letting her know that she was annoyed because she missed the dinner because of her accommodations. She was unhappy with her accommodations. Okay. So the episode really got started with Big Pink. Okay. Can y'all see the picture? Y'all should be able to see the picture. Okay. Big Pink ended up calling Derek. Okay. She told him that she and Angela got into it the day before. She said the giraffe looking one. Okay. So she's still throwing personal physical attacks at Angela. Okay. Now this is dig number one. This is dig number one. Keep count. This is dig number one. Okay. She told Derek that Angela said that they had a third wife living in the basement. And she said, where is the third wife at? Because we need help with the kids. Okay. Now, I don't know how I feel about Pinky telling Derek that, because on one hand, it does involve him, right? But on the other hand, we know that when the men get involved, it can go left. And I doubt that Derek wants to go around with the enforcer. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, we know Charles don't play, right? But it shows that Pinky is bothered by what happened. And it just shows that she's bothered, right? And by the way that she behaved for the rest of the episode, she kind of behaved to me like a wounded dog, like her spirit has been broken, or as in her husband told her, she was humbled. She was humbled. And I love Pink. I love Big Pink, but we got to be honest, baby. Listen, one thing about me, I'm not biased. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm not going to lie. Listen, y'all even tell me I flip-flop because I'm not going to follow nobody down no wrong road. I'm not following nobody down the wrong road. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. You get what I'm saying? She got humble. Now, she put up a good fight. She put up a good fight, but she got humble. And she is acting around like she is acting like a wounded dog, okay? She asked Derek if he misses her. He said that he misses her for him and the kids, okay? And they joked about putting applications in for a third wife. You know what I'm saying? She was laughing to keep from crying, if you ask me, okay? So next, we at breakfast. Next, we had breakfast. Okay, so we got Pinky, Sadamina, and Drew. They was having breakfast, and they was later joined by Phaedra. Okay, Drew was expressing that she barely got any sleep because of the night before, and how it was a lot for day one of a trip. Okay, and Pinky agrees, and Drew tells her that her energy was a little, and she started, she didn't say any words, but she's just making these hand gestures. And Pinky acknowledges that it could have been. She was defending her girls, and that's it. That's what she said. I was defending my girls, and that's it. So here she is saying that her energy was off. Here she is saying that her energy was off, or at least could have been off because she was defending her girls. So she came in on the defense. And we're going to get into that later. We're going to get into it later. But anyway, Pinky says that last night, Angela went low in an argument, and she isn't going to hurt anyone. I mean, a little argument is going to hurt anyone. And she came there to get to know the women, and she'll still get to know Bigfoot, even though she was rude and nasty to her. So this is number two. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. This is another physical dig number two. Number two. This is number two. Number two. Thank you for the super chat, Q, the content guy. He said, you got to stop saying that she did not put up a good fight. She cried and she talked about Angela this whole episode. How can you be aggressive and a crybaby at the same time? She put up a good fight, baby. She was getting her some ones in there. But listen, she did better than anybody on her crew. She did better than anybody in her crew. Okay? So Drew said that there were some explosions, and in the middle of Drew's sentence, Pinky cut Drew off and got loud and said, so yes, the moral of the story is yesterday was day one. Put a one in the chat if you caught that. And she started laughing after she said it, but she was definitely serious. She didn't want to talk about getting ate up the day before. Drew said there was some explosions, and in the middle of Drew's sentence, she cut Drew off and got loud and said, so yes, the moral of the story is yesterday was day one. And she started laughing. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And then Drew continued and said it was a whole lot. It was a whole lot. What's good, Rosie Posey? If y'all don't know, Minnie Golden Noodle and Rosie Posey is husband and wives. They husband and wife. Okay? Yeah, Pinky is definitely nasty. She is. She is, baby. I grew up around it. Y'all can't tell me that. I told y'all before, I used to talk to a dude and he would have to tell me I grew up around it and I grew up talking like that. And I was talking to this dude once and he was telling me, you know, my early years in college and stuff like that, you be around people who is not like really a part of your world and they let you know how you come off and how you behave. You get what I'm saying? And he had to tell me before, don't talk to me like that. You get what I'm saying? I know it, baby. I know it. But, you know, a lot of people just don't. It is what it is, okay? Phaedra said that she was beginning to be concerned with Pinky's energy. Her energy is given like, you want to start something, look if you buck. And we need to get her some fresher plants to eat on, okay? So Shamia said that she slept well once she was able to fall asleep. She said that she and Kelly slept in Pinky's room. The day before, Pinky said that she was going to either stay with Kay or Cynthia, but it's unclear. She didn't say who she ended up staying with, okay? Shamia said something about sharing a bed and how she want to pass gas. She got to be cognizant for somebody else being in the room with her. Girl, Oh, Shamia, girl. I understand. I do understand. But if you want to pass gas, all you got to do is get up and go to the restroom and fart. It ain't that big of a deal. Right? If you got to do anything with your ass, you need to get up and go into the restroom. Period. If you are not queefing, if you got to queef out your puss, you need to go into the restroom. You don't do it in front of people. Girl, I feel like that you think that you're doing something and you coming out fun to the audience, but girl, you not. You not, girl. You not. Okay? So it was a Drew versus Shamia. Drew said that she doesn't have a problem with Shamia. She said that she can come and talk to her whenever. Shamia said that she apologized and Drew chose not to accept it. Okay? The truth of the matter is Shamia had no beef with Drew. She had no beef with Drew. Portia had beef with her because Drew was trying to use Portia as her storyline last year. Everybody know that Portia was coming in hot by how she left the show, right? And now she was divorcing Simon. And so Drew tried to attach herself to that. And truth be told, Drew knows that nobody cares about her and Ralph like that. People are not invested. People are not invested, okay? So she had to attach herself to Dennis. Dennis all of a sudden became her producer. He was her reason for getting out of bed. He was her brother. And you know the girls in Atlanta are incestuous like Pinky's teeth. Right? We know that the girls in Atlanta are incestuous like Pinky's teeth. And so anytime they get to calling somebody their brother, they're fun. They fucking. And so she tried to, either her and Dennis was fucking, or she was trying to allude to it, right? And that is what happened. That's just the truth, baby. That's what happened. Okay? Shamia wanted to come off as this ride or die friend for Portia to the audience. So she kept doing things towards Drew that she thought was going to play out in her favor in the audience eyes, but it didn't. It didn't. And to be honest, Shamia did a lot. She was filming with Ralph. She attacked Drew's singing career. She even tried to come to the reunion with a fake bag saying that it was a bag that Drew had that was fake, thinking she had a gotcha moment, all for Drew to produce the receipt and then the maker of the bag to come out and say that Drew's bag was real. Like, Shamia is just a real life loser. Loser. You came all the way to the reunion. You put that cup in your luggage. You put that bag in your luggage because you thought that you had a moment. And the owner of the original bag came out and said that Drew's bag was real. I remember on the People versus OJ, the show that they had, I remember the scene with Marsha Clark and what is his name? Christopher Darden, when they wanted to have OJ try on the glove. And she told Chris, do not let him put that glove on because you don't know if that glove's gonna fit. Girl, don't you bring that bag to this reunion because you don't know if she got the real bag or not. And she was able to provide a receipt. And the crazy part about it is that we know Drew is a liar. But you made her look honest. Right? And I also think that if Portia had beefed with a more seasoned girl on the show, Drew wouldn't, I mean, but Shamia wouldn't have behaved the same way. She only did that because she seen Drew is weaker than, okay? Now Portia and Drew are cool, and Shamia and Portia have fallen out, so they don't know where to stand, which is why you never get into nobody else's shit.
Message.
You never get nobody in nobody else's shit. And I just don't like Shamia. And that's the truth. I'm fair, but I don't like Shamia. I just can't stand to look at her sad ass face. And it's because she always got this woe is me sad story. Oh, Shiloh. Oh, I'm my own. You get what I'm saying? Like it's almost like she's seeking sympathy all the time, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. It's always whiny. Like a lot of y'all, all this, you know what I'm saying? This whiny ass shit. I'm sick of it. You just always got a sad face. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about me is unfair. And in the words of Jill Scott, I can love, I can check me, right? And I can choose character over everything. So y'all can stop coming to my comments telling me you feel a way about Pinky because she spoke up for Shamia and Kelly, and that's not true. That's not true. Somebody told y'all that. And you trying to project it onto me. You trying to project it onto me. Maybe you see Shamia and Kelly's as losers in real life and you identify with that, but that has nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me, okay? Shamia said that she apologized and Drew didn't accept it. Drew said that she was sorry, but Shamia said that she apologized about the butt. I remember an apology on live when she was over there doing witchcraft on Portia and her mama with her aunties and her mama them, but I forget whether Shamia apologized again this season. The truth of the matter is I really don't care about them. I don't care about them, okay? Thank you for the super chat, YDKL. He said shoulders slumped, arms wrapped around her waist. Who? Yeah, I just can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? So Cynthia enters where they was having breakfast at, and the group is splitting up. Okay, so Portia, Phaedra, Angela, and K. Michelle are going horse seeing, and Kelly, Shamia, Cynthia, Pinky, and Drew, they're all going cattle herding. And I wish Cynthia would have separated the cliques. Like, I wish she would have separated Portia and Phaedra, and she would have separated, you know, Shamia and Kelly. Cynthia said that she wanted to make sure that Shamia and Kelly were with her to make sure they was good on the room situation. In code, I think that Cynthia felt like they fucked up the room and they complained about it. And she wanted to keep eyes on them to make sure they didn't do anything else. She wanted to keep eyes on them to make sure they didn't do anything else. Because Cynthia made a reference last episode, she knew a dirty room when she see one. And when she saw the room, it didn't look dirty. And I feel like this is about to become a thing. So let's just go ahead and knock this out. So let's just go ahead and break this down, okay? Let's just say I had I got a white shirt, right? I got a white shirt and I put Frank's hot sauce on everything. I put that shit on everything, right? I have some hot sauce on my shirt, right? The shirt is now dirty, right? I throw the shirt in the washer, and so the shirt is washed, but the stain didn't come out, right? So the shirt is clean. But the shirt now needs special cleaning, right? Because I want to get this stain out of this shirt. I'm not wearing this shirt because the stain is lingering, right? It's lingering. I can still see the stain, so I'm not going to wear the shirt. So I have to take the shirt to the cleaners to get the stain removed because it needs a deeper clean that my washer can't get, right? So that is what's going on with the room. The room looked clean to an average person. There just needed to be a deeper clean. So the room was not dirty. The room was not filthy. The room just needed a deeper clean. They needed to get into the nooks and the crannies, right? Okay. So let's just go ahead. It'll be easier for me to just skip to to stay with the losing crew all day. Again, Shamia crew was just sad. Anywhere Shamia is, she just sucked the life out of the room. She tried to hide it with the shot o'clock. You get what I'm saying? But it's just sad all the time. All the time, it's just sad. Stand a bit, okay? So Cynthia said that she was hoping for a great day, even though the night before didn't end on a good note, okay? So Shamia said, wait a second, because nobody was where we are. We were by ourselves, so you don't know what we've seen and dealt with. Now, in Shamina's defense, right, I think that she thought that Cynthia was talking about her and Kelly. But I took it as, let me know, I took it that Cynthia was talking about Angela and Pinky. Like, yes, the episode was entertaining and we love to see it. But if I'm hosting the trip, it's not fun because they ruined her event. They ruined her event. They were supposed to be having a taste test with the tequila, remember? They were supposed to have a taste test with the tequila in their meal, but they was unable to do so. So if I'm Cynthia, I'm upset, right? But my thing is Shamia and Kelly are making it seem like maggots was falling out the fucking ceiling and they saw rats running around the house. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. And let me show you how I know that Kelly and Shamir is on some bullshit, because they stayed at the house. They stayed at the house. They stayed at the house. Okay? Let's just say, what's good, Desiree? Let's just say I went, let's just say y'all went to the, okay, let me use me as an example, right? Let's just say we go to a restaurant. Me and y'all, all of y'all, me and y'all, we on a one-on-one, not date, but we're going to go eat, right? We gonna eat some shrimp fried rice. We gonna get some shrimp fried rice, right? And I order some shrimp fried rice and I got a roach in my rice, right? Are you going to continue to eat your motherfucking food if they just bought us some food and you see a roach in my plate? If we both go out to eat and I get some shrimp fried rice and you get some shrimp fried rice, you know what I'm saying? Are you going to continue to eat your motherfucking food? Right? No. The answer is no, right? So my thing is y'all stayed at the house. Y'all still stayed at the house. If the house was just so motherfucking nasty and so motherfucking filthy, you would have got your ass up and went to a hotel. Because you don't trust the way that they clean the house. The house is not clean to your standards. The house is not clean to your standards. But see, y'all stay. That's how you know that these girls are on some bullshit. Okay? Cynthia said that Cynthia said, I don't want you to be in an unclean place. Shamia says, I know you don't, but Shamia, do you really? Do you really? Because it seems like you double talking. You keep complaining about it. But keep saying it's not on you though, girl, but it is. But it is. Cynthia said that she's doing her best to rectify the situation. Shamia said that she was going to send somebody over and they never came. Now, I'm just confused on the whole thing. I thought that we knew that no one was coming over that night, which is the reason why Pinky gave up her room and she was going to share with somebody else, right? And while we're at it, shout out to Pinky for, trying to resolve or rectify the situation. But I initially thought it was unacceptable as a host, you know what I'm saying, that they had to sleep somewhere else. Because if the staff wasn't there, then I feel like that Cynthia should have went over there to clean it up, because that's what I would do as a host. But the women let Cynthia know 20 or 30 minutes before the dinner, right? There's no way that she can clean it up, and they knew it. That's why they waited until the last minute to tell her. That's why they waited until the last minute, okay? Cynthia said if the room isn't clean, when she get back, she'll clean it herself. The room situation is taking over the trip. That Pinky came in hot as a firecracker and saying that they was dragging her, and that is true. That is true. When Cynthia walked outside before she sat down, Pinky exact words to her was, we missing some gas. We missing some gas. That is where the confrontation of Cynthia began. Anything that happened before that didn't matter. It didn't matter. She confronted Cynthia with the news that the girls was not going to be there. And Cynthia had already knew, but she was trying to confront her. She was defending her girls. What's good, Richie? What's good, CW? Okay. Shamia is saying, Cynthia, you act like we don't appreciate. Girl, shut the fuck up. Because you don't. And that's okay. That's okay. The truth of the matter is, as a host, Cynthia should have given up her room and, asked another woman, can she stay with them until the situation is rectified? That's what you do as a host. So I just feel like that it's your obligation to make sure that everybody is comfortable. You ask people to come on this trip, you do them right. But to be acting like rats and stuff is running around and maggots and stuff is falling out of the ceiling, y'all are doing the most. Y'all are doing the most, okay? So Kelly said when you're traveling, you at least want something comparative to what you're used to. And Drew clocked it. And Kelly said, what's wrong with your neck, Drew? She said, because at first you made it about dirt, but now it's about comfortability. Because that's what it is. It was about comfortability the whole time. Those girls was not coming to dinner. They were not coming to dinner, okay? And so Drew is trying to be positive. She said, okay, but I get it, but you had a good night's rest. You look gorgeous, honey, trying to ease the tension. And Kelly said, you look like the alien from your movie. What's up with the unfortunate looking girls coming for people looks? What's up with the unfortunate girls coming for people looks? And it's a double standard because while I don't think that Pinky is a bad looking woman, if she and Kelly say something about somebody looks, it's supposed to be okay, right? Everything is okay. But if anyone says anything about them, it's colorism, it's body shaming, etc., etc., etc. And Pinky was the first one who threw a personal digs or came for somebody looks last episode. Last episode, she was. And we're going to get on that later. But Kelly, on your best day, you couldn't touch Drew. And I've been telling y'all since Drew got on the show, maybe her face card is lethal. Literally, Drew's face card was trending last week on Twitter for 3 days after the episode aired. Drew's face card was trending on Twitter last week after the episode aired. So Drew, I'm sorry.
Sweetie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that an ugly ass bitch like this would even say that.
I'm sorry that an ugly ass bitch like this would even, if you're sensitive, leave. If you're sensitive, leave. I'm sorry, Drew. Girl, your face card was trending, and this girl up here talking about you look like an alien. Girl, please. I'm sorry, Drew.
Sweetie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that an ugly ass bitch like this would even say that.
Life lessons. Okay? So Drew said, well, what do you look like, Miss Proportion?
No, you.
Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Drew. And she know, the whole time I'm sitting up here, I ain't even showing y'all the people on the bus. The whole time when Drew told her, all right, Miss Proportion, she ended up shaking her titties. She knows she bad built. She knows she bad built. Okay? Cynthia said, if you don't want to be here, then leave, right? And let's be real. It's so funny to hear Kelly talk about what she's used to. Meanwhile, you see the outfit that she got on in her confessional, right? And that pool house looked better than her whole fucking confessional. That pool house looked better than her whole confessional. It literally, if you look at her confessional, it literally looked like Kelly grabbed all of her furniture in her living room and put it in one corner because she felt like it gave luxury. The lamps and shit look like they falling over. You get what I'm saying? Girl, you're not used to nothing. I can look at you and your kids. Look at you and your kids and tell, baby, you ain't used to nothing. What you mean what you used to? What you mean what you used to? Goddamn kicking pools and sad dry ass ponytails. Girl, thank you for the super chat, Q. He said Drew face card would never decline, you little misproportionate hobbit. Thank you for the super chat, Q. I appreciate it. Okay. Cynthia asked them, are y'all trying to sabotage my trip? They were. They was protesting because they was in a pool house because they felt slighted. This is their second season on the show, and I understand. But my thing, where y'all fall short with me, Kelly and Shamia, I could get on the boat with you. But where you got me fucked up is if you think that anybody was going to be in that pool house outside of Pinky and K. Michelle. It is delusional. You're being delusional, baby. Okay? So let's see K. Michelle. Okay? K. Michelle, baby, when I tell you that K. Michelle is killing me looking dead into this camera, she getting a little better at it, but baby, K. Michelle will look dead into the camera. K. Michelle is looking dead into the camera in her confessional, baby. Okay? K. Michelle said that she feeling like herself. She got her glam squad there. I feel like K. Michelle is coming off like a diva. And I cannot believe that she missed an event because her makeup wasn't done. And I think she's doing this and she's putting so much on herself because she's on the show with another singer and she doesn't want to be caught slacking, especially because last season it was like a singer off between Shamia and Drew, right? But girl, those girls can't hold the candle to you, K. Michelle. They can't. Thank you for the super chat, Big L88. She said, what's up, Gabor? But Pinky is growing on me a bit. She ain't a bulldagger, but aggressive. But it is me, or does she have Phaedra old face? Oh, I don't see Phaedra old face. I don't see Phaedra old face, but I don't think that she is. I mean, I don't know if she dagging bulls or not. I don't know, but I like Pinky. I do. I wouldn't lie to you. I do like Pinky. I like Pinky. I think that she's good for the show. I do. Okay. But K Michelle looks beautiful. She looked cute. Okay. Now she was talking with Portia, and Portia tells her that she missed her the night before, and she affirms Kay, and she told her that you can come around us with no makeup on and still be comfortable around us, right? And nobody wants to mention it. But we have seen Portia on this show be friendly and warm, nothing but friendly and warm to K Michelle, and constantly trying to affirm her and encourage her, right? And make her feel welcomed in this group. That is all we have seen for Portia on this show. And I am just confused on the way that K Michelle is choosing to react towards her online. As if, remember, this is a veteran of a not on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but on reality TV. And she's acting like we're not going to see the footage. We have seen Portia do nothing but, affirm her and encourage her, right? And bring her under her wing. And so I'm just confused at her actions, okay? Thank you for the super chat, Suez Canal. She said the job was messing with my YouTube, so I had to leave. So I'm so tired of these losers. Thank you for the super chat, Suez Canal. I appreciate it. Kay seems super immature and insecure. Oh, Dina, that explains a lot. Let me see what Dina said. Pinky was a producer on Ayanna Fix My Life according. Was she? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that we have seen footage of Portia time and time again ushering K Michelle into the show. Okay. Now Portia says that if she was at the table, she could have helped Pinky chill out a little bit. Okay. So Phaedra ends up joining in, and Portia tells him that she's been around women like Pinky before, and she's too rah-rah sometimes. Like Angela said, she's always sitting on ready, and it ain't that type of time. And I've been around them too. And y'all seen them up here before. I've been around them too. Okay. Now the clips that Bravo tried to show, right? The clips that they chose to show of Pinky, of their examples of Pinky being rah-rah, I don't think that they showed rah-rah. My example, if I had to give you guys an example of Pinky being rah-rah, it would be with her and Phaedra, when they was at her event. She told the group in front of Phaedra, she was trying to confront Phaedra, right? She told them in front of her, Phaedra said, I eat meat. Phaedra said, no, I don't. Pinky said, yes, you did. Phaedra said, no, I didn't. Pinky said, why was Shamia alive? Pinky didn't ask Phaedra, did she eat meat? She announced it to the group in a way of confronting Phaedra, right? And then she stood on it as if she heard Phaedra say her motherfucking self. She wasn't interested in trying to find a resolve. Her mind was made up. And she was confronting her about it. And she didn't want to hear nothing else that Phaedra had to say. That is an example of her being rah-rah. You just attacked this girl and she telling you I didn't say that. And you telling her, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay? K Michelle says that she thinks that Pinky's passion looks like aggression.
Oh, here we go.
Yo. Oh shit, here we go. Phaedra said there's a distance in between saying yes and yes. That's just you know what I'm saying? That's just the way I talk. Again, was she yelling? No. So I'm not going to say that I agree with Phaedra's assessment. But again, an example that I would use is when she was at the table the episode before, when Cynthia was talking about Shamia and Kelly's room. Pinky said, she said it was disgusting. And they showed a flashback clip, and Pinky continued. She said, it's just not conducive. And anybody who stayed there will feel that same type of way. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, right? It's the whole doubling down on everything, right? She wasn't waving her hands, but she was moving her shoulders. But it's the whole doubling down. Anybody. No, but let's be, you get what I'm saying? Let's be clear. You get what I'm saying? Like, girl, no, baby, don't talk to me like that. It's not, you don't need to do all of that. You don't have to be loud and yelling it in your face to be aggressive, right? she was hostile, and it was really rah-rah. It was really rah-rah. Pinky is my name. Yes, it is. She is. Thank you for the super chat inform. She is. She was just expressing herself, or maybe she was doing more than expressing herself. She was doing more than expressing herself, Desiree. Come on now. See that I'm a boss coming through. She talks too matter-of-factly and authoritative. Yes, she does. She talks very matter-of-factly and authoritative, and like she's shutting shit down, or she getting a bitch told, or she putting pressure on them, or I'm pressing somebody. That's what she does. That's what she does. Okay? Where I'm at. You know, Pinky just has a nasty disposition, and as she said in this episode, she was on the defense because she was defending her girls. So Angela was correct in her assessment, and that's what I love about these shows. That's what I love about these shows, and that's why it's good to be objective and not to be coming down here bullshitting, because the show will call you out for your biases. The show will call you out on your biases. See, what happens is when we come down here and we review these shows, you don't know what's coming up in the turnpike, right? So that's why it's good to be unbiased and honest and talk about what you've seen instead of trying to create another narrative that didn't happen. Because to act like that Pinky didn't have any energy at that table is a fucking lie, plain and simple. She even said that she had energy. The crazy part about it is that she even said last episode that her energy was off, right? So to act like that she didn't have any energy when she said it is crazy. Okay? She was defending her friends. She was defending her girls. The truth of the matter, those are not your friends, girl. These are the girls that you chose to align yourself with for whatever reason. And these are the same girls who are going around saying you eat meat. And you over here fighting for them. And if she really was trying to get to know the women, she keep on saying, I'm new here, so I'm trying to get to know you. As a newcomer, she would have let them handle what they need to handle and stay out of it. She doesn't seem to know Kelly and Shamil like that. She doesn't seem to know them like that. Hey, and Kelly is saying that she's a mean girl. Kelly is giving mean girl. Kelly is the one who's giving mean girl. Kelly is the one that's giving mean girl. She is. Okay? Angela ended up coming downstairs in a dress and heels. She said that she missed the memo because all of the other women was dressed like cowgirls. Angela, what kind of show do you think you on, baby? Because of course y'all going to Texas. Surely you know that one of the days that y'all gonna be dressed like cowgirls. Yeehaw! You know, we put the yeehaw back in your motor and transmissions, right? Surely one day you know that y'all gonna be dressed like, you know what I'm saying? Like cowgirls. Okay? Angela said that she feels good. She said that Pinky said some things that was hurtful, and she did the same, and that's what happened. Okay. Angela said that she doesn't have a problem with Pinky. She said everything that she wanted to say to her. Then Angela did something that put her credibility on the line. She stood on business. She said that Pinky has a whole live-in wife in the basement. Okay. Now, Angela, it better be a wife in the basement. It better be a wife in their basement. I'm not here for people just saying the worst things to each other in a reading session, right? It has to be based on truth. And so it needs to be a wife in their basement. It needs to be a wife in their basement. For you to be sitting up here doubling down on it, you need to know that it's another wife in their basement, okay? Now, Portia's group, it's a clear contrast between Portia group and the group that Shamia is over there in, right? Portia group, they turning up, you know what I'm saying? They high-fiving each other, they taking shots, they having a ball. Shamia them over there just some womp, womp, womp. Baby, anywhere Shamia go, it's a sad day. Anywhere Shamia go, it's a sad day. Thank you for the super chat cookie, baby. She said Pinky don't know how to read the room. She don't know how to talk to people. She don't know how to talk to people, okay? So let's stay over here with Pinky them. It'll just be easier for me to do it that way because, you know, it was a lot of back and forth going on. Okay? Pinky asked Drew, was Black coming to the gala? Drew did not confirm whether Black was coming to the gala or not, but she said that she told him that Derek was coming and that, you know, she loves him. Girl, whatever, okay? Now let's get back over here in the car with Michelle. Okay. Portia ended up asking K. Michelle, what's your read on Drew? And she said, I don't really know. This is my second time meeting Drew. You know what I'm saying? Portia said, well, it was real on the bus. She said that you knew Black. And K. Michelle said, yeah. And she used her finger. Don't ever use your finger.
Or else what? What are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do?
Or what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And she didn't use her finger, she used her hand, and it wasn't in a threatening or confrontational way. And if you felt that way about it, why didn't you say it in the moment? If you felt that way about her finger, why didn't you say it in the moment? Okay? K. Michelle says that she only knows Black because of the DM, and they showed the DMs, and I told y'all last week, she was replying to those DMs. She was replying. And I don't know what she think is going on over here with Bravo. Like, they're not going to bring something up that she's saying. They're going to bring it up, baby. They're going to bring it up. And so it wasn't just him hitting on her, okay? Now, she said that he wanted some of her cake. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's silicone infested ass. I don't know. But she said, the cake that she cooked, okay? Kay says that Drew implied that she did something with someone and she's a married woman.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Girl, shut the fuck up. Shut up, girl. You have been married for 2 fucking weeks and you sitting up here talking about you a married woman. You've been married for 2 weeks and you sit up here talking about you a married woman, okay? Angela said maybe it's the conversation. And she said, I don't need to talk to Drew about a man that I don't want. All of that. I don't need to talk to her about a man. It gave me that you had something going on with that nigga. It gave me that you had something going on with that nigga, okay? So they ended up arriving to cattle herding, and they was late, so they only saw 30 seconds of it. And Pinky said, look up. Look at Angela up there. Look at Angela up there. That's what she said. Look at Angela up there.
In some ways.
Wow. Okay. Are we keeping track? That's number 3. That's number 3, right? Are we keeping track, Dina? Let me see 3s in the chat if I'm on number 3 or if we still on number. I know we ain't on. We gotta be on 3 or 4. This is the 3rd or 4th. Okay, Madison. Thank you, Raspy Gamer. Number 3. Okay. So this is the 3rd dig she has thrown at Angela. Okay? And so Drew said, you gonna stop now? You gonna be nice? She said, I'm gonna be nice. And so Drew said, that's my girl. She said, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Now I think I would have let Drew know, girl, that's fine. It could be your girl or not, because what's up? What we doing? Okay? Now, Drew is stepping up for Angela this season. I remember Angela got into it last season with somebody, and she asked did Drew have her back last year, and Drew didn't really have her back. But in the moment, you know what I'm saying? I feel Pinky. That's my girl, and Drew, you starting shit now. You starting shit, Drew. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Elizabeth 1361. She said, when Pinky dared calling Angela wide body shaming her again, the camera backed up and put Pinky's back full screen. Shady, Pinky be projecting. She called her wide out of here. Say, why, baby? Pinky big mad at Angela. She carrying it. Yes, she is. I'm telling you, Rosie Posey, she hurt her soul with Portia at the Bailey Q. What? Angela is messy. I love it. Drew making up with Angela, with Portia at the Bailey Q. Okay, Angela got into it with Portia at the Bailey Q. I'm trying to remember the Bailey Q last year. Oh, okay. No, it was another time. It was another time because remember she was in the car and she said, what did Drew say? What did Drew say to defend me or something like that? I think it was when she left early after the stuff with Charles. Thank you for the super chat, Richie B. She said, I had high hopes for K. Michelle. I need to learn how to manage my expectations. Child. I thought that she would have fit right in, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Now, are we still on? Now let's get over here to what Phaedra managed. We was doing a lot of back and forth, but it's a clear difference in between the groups. Shamia them over there crying the whole. You know what I'm saying? Portia them was over there turning up. Like Dini say, why turn down when we can turn up? Okay. So they're going on a million Italian tour of the dressage. Remember, Phaedra competed in dressage when she was in college, so she's familiar with it, okay? Now, there was a horse named Leo, and they are letting them know never stand behind a horse. Now, I think I rode a horse twice in my life that I can remember. I went to camp, and my friend ended up getting on the horse, and that horse bucked and threw that nigga off the horse. I said, nigga, he was a Mexican. He threw that man out the horse, baby. And I wouldn't have got on that horse again, baby. He got on that horse again. If my horse would have threw me out, baby, just take me back to the cabin, baby. Anyway, Leo bucked and the lady started running and Phaedra fell flat on her ass and she gonna get up and ask Angela, is she okay? Bitch, is you okay? Is you okay? You gonna try to act like we didn't see you just falling on your ass like you about to overtalk that. Girl, we saw you. Okay? The instructor got on the horse and she asked Phaedra to explain what was happening, and Phaedra did. And she asked the ladies to get on the horse after the horse tried to buck.
And bitch, who? Who?
Who get on the horse after it tried to buck? Baby, I'm not getting on the horse after the horse tried to buck. Are you serious? Okay? All the ladies declined. Angela said she had on the dress. K. Michelle ass is botched, so she can't sit down, baby. She'll infect the horse. Okay? Portia said that her wig was too big, and Phaedra said that her wig wasn't glued down. Okay? Now, did y'all catch in the confessional? See, this is what I like about Phaedra. Did y'all catch in the confessional? They wanted Phaedra to explain into the camera in the confessional that her wig wasn't glued down. And Phaedra said, girl, I ain't fixing to do that on no TV. Do that in Beverly Hills where they shit ain't tacked down either. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like to see, right? I could be around you and be in relation with you and check you on your bullshit. Because would you tell Kyle or Lisa Vanderpump to describe their motherfucking clips in? Hell no, so don't ask me to do it. In other words, stop.
In my mother face. I hate that.
Hate that shit. Quit playing in my motherfucking face. Because she tried to make it seem like that she was laughing with Phaedra, but she was really laughing at her. Explain to me how you do your weaves. And real quick, I listen to this, I don't know when Cynthia them episodes and stuff drop, but Crystal, I listened to the last episode of Humble Brag. All of that Kiki and you was doing about the Pinky and Angela Reed. Oh my God. Oh my God. I had to tell Rob, you have to watch this. Girl, you're doing too much. What's up? What's good? What you trying to say, Cynthia? You got to be careful when people, listen, let me know in the chat if y'all watched it. I'm telling you, people, you have to really watch how people look and laugh at us, girl, because they are laughing at you. Cynthia, Crystal was over there laughing. Girl, what's up, though? I can never be able to read like that. Girl, I just want to hear Kyle on the phone talking about K. Michelle ass dropping, though. Oh, my God. Okay. Now, we back at this Cynthia group. Let's get back over here to Cynthia's group. Let's get back over here to Cynthia group. Okay. So, they ended up seeing a bull, right, named Gunner. They ended up seeing a bull named Gunner. Okay. And Gunner is there for the people to sit on and toes and take the pictures. Okay, so Pinky asked Gunner to blink twice if he needed some help.
The weight of the 8 citations.
Okay, I knew that Pinky, all of the women got on the bull except for Pinky. I knew that Pinky was not going to get on the bull because most vegans, not all, but, most vegans believe that it promotes the use of animals for entertainment, labor, and tourism. So I knew that she wasn't going to get on the bull. And I know people complain about Pinky being a vegan, but I think it's kind of refreshing to see a different lifestyle represented on the show. Because basically, it feels like all of the housewives on the show, all of the girls on the show that we got on the show, you know what I'm saying? Eat pussy. And so it's like we need to see different type of lifestyles on the show. We don't need to see a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying, the Real Housewives, the carpet munching. You know what I'm saying? We need something else different on the show. Okay. So they went to eat, and I think that Cynthia dropped the ball. Cynthia dropped the ball as the host. If they were going to go to a restaurant that did not have any vegan options, you know what I'm saying? Cynthia should have pulled Pinky to the side before and asked her to order from another restaurant and have the food brought to her around the same time that they was going to sit down and eat. Okay? Cynthia saying that Pinky should have bought her own snacks. No, baby. I'm not. She shouldn't have bought her own. I mean, maybe some snacks for her hotel room and stuff like that, like Jennifer Tilly do. But baby, no. When we go down and sit down and eat, You should have asked her beforehand. It could be done. We saw Giselle do it this last season on Potomac, right? So, and no, baby, Burger King has vegan options, right? And I know y'all might feel like it's too much, but it can be done. You invited this girl on this trip. You were supposed to do her right. You invited her on this trip. You were supposed to do her right. Pinky ordered some fries. For all we know, they dipped some chicken in that motherfucking grease before they put them fries in it. It's totally unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I am a person who measures everything that I eat when I'm not eating a cheat meal, right? And people who make your food are never consistent, and that's why I am so strict when I eat on my diet, right? So I just Cynthia, you coming off as a shitty host. At the very least, you could have pulled that girl to the side and say, "Hey, we're gonna eat." You know what I'm saying? In about 30 minutes, you want to order you something, DoorDash you something, and we could just get and put it on the plate. You get what I'm saying? She could have did something. I'm telling you, girl, do you think that the people gave a damn about her being a vegan when they said drop them fries? If she told them, you know, can you make sure that the oil doesn't have it? Baby, they probably put some bacon. Baby, I'm telling you, the bacon and the fries probably was in the same goddamn grease. Come on, man. Come on, man. Okay, Drew said that she was vegan for 2 weeks. She ended up in the hospital. Her blood type is O. Shamia blood type is O, child, whatever. Drew said that Shamia would have thrown a party if she gave her some blood. Shamia said one thing that you would have to say before she gave her blood is "I'm sorry," and a genuine one. Thank you for the super chat, Fifi. She said she had options: the water, vegan, Sprite, vegan. Stop whining. Oh, Fifi, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That ain't right. You think you're supposed to do it right, okay? And so they get up to agree to say they're sorry, and they both get up to apologize on the count of three and hug it up. And Drew says, and leave your mama and a generational gang up over there. And they showed a clip of Shamia mama. And I told y'all, Shamia mama, when she was trying to talk to Shamia and Drew from arguing, when she was talking to them or trying to stop them from arguing, she was really talking to Drew, and she looked at Drew the entire time. She looked at Drew the entire time. And that's why it's so good. I always feel vindicated. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's good to just come down here and just be real. Because I saw the mama looking directly at Drew. She was not paying attention to her daughter. She was she want to be Mama Joyce. And we don't want you here.
Bringing that bitch up in here.
That bitch in here. Girl, Shamia, get Johnny Taylor. Get Johnny Taylor. She will never be a Mama Joyce. She will never be a Mama Joyce. And speaking of Johnny Taylor, shout out to Gene with my last $2. Shit. Shout out to Gene, baby, coming up in the world. Anyway, Shamia said, you can't sneak something in about my mama and not think that I'm going to talk about it. Did she sneak it in, though? I think that she just said what she had to say. And so Cynthia asked them to get down because they was in a restaurant. Now, you know, the thing is, though, when we get to talking about mamas, and we standing up, it can go left real quick. It can go left real quick because we talking about my mama.
That's my mama.
That's my mama. So, you know, just go ahead and sit down, okay? Kelly said that it was like a bad breakup, and we know who the Beyonce is, and we know who the LaToya is. Beyonce? I know Beyonce's so tired of being compared to these mediocre ass girls. You get what I'm saying? These girls ain't got a hit that even rivals no. And you sitting up here calling them Beyonce and LaToya. Girl, in what world? Okay? Let's get back to the Portia group, the fun group. Every time I get over here with Shamia, them I just get sad and want to cry all of a sudden. Okay? Portia said the Go Naked hair makes 7 figures, is a 7-figure earner every year, okay? They do the Italian wine tasting in the middle of the horse stable. The tasting host is an Italian man, and the Italian man comes out, and this is what gets y'all all the time. Phaedra says that she's open to dating an Italian man, but he can keep his wine and bring his wallet. So Phaedra, you are very much like...
Got the pussy for the money. We got the money for the pussy.
You got the pussy for the money if he got the money for the pussy too. So why did you just sit in the confessional and make it seem like it was just Portia? Or is it because you can't find nobody to buy it from? You can't get nobody to buy it from. You see, the girls get the hating and you a hoe, girl. It just ain't no girl, you just mad because ain't nobody buying your shit. Hating assholes. Hey, what's good, Mims? Hating assholes. Portia told a white lady on the podcast that her Go Naked is a $10 million business. Maybe all together. Yeah, baby. The only difference ain't nobody buying your shit, Phaedra. Okay? So the instructor tried to get them to smell the wine, and Angela said, I'm smelling something else. You know what I'm saying? To me personally, I wouldn't be able to eat or drink if I smell shit. I wouldn't. To me, it's almost like somebody is blowing the shit on my food. You get what I'm saying? So if I smelled it, I won't be able to eat it. But you know what? These girls not complaining. They making the best of it. They over there getting lit, baby. They over there getting tipsy. They joking, having fun. You get what I'm saying? They is not doing that shit that Shamia them pulled the night before. They having fun. Okay, Michelle said that she enjoying herself for Phaedra and Portia. Okay? So here we go. Let's get back. Oh my God. I'm getting sad. Oh, Pinky. Okay? So Kelly asked what happened the night before. Okay? Cynthia said that she walked away and came back, and Angela Pinky was in a full-blown battle. Okay? Pinky says that Angela seemed bothered. Cynthia said, Pinky said that Angela said that she seemed bothered. And Cynthia said, oh, you were bothered. And Pinky said, did I? Did I need to come like that? Maybe not, right? So she is admitting for the third time that her energy was off. Baby, the show will humble you. The show will humble you. The people will tell you what went on. Her energy wasn't off. It was, baby. Pinky says she's beneath my tax bracket. Keep in mind, what's the number? What's the number? Tell me the number in the chat. Angela is beneath my tax bracket. This is the 4th or 5th time she has brought up Angela's name and threw another dig. This is the 4th or 5th time she has brought up Angela. I have to got count, right? But see, this is the thing about you, Pinky. At the table, you was copping please. You was copping please at the table. Because Angela was on your ass. And it was, I don't want to argue. And now she gone. You done threw 5 motherfucking digs at her. In this one episode, after she got off your ass. But you was copping please at the table. You see what I'm saying?
Only weak bitches do that.
Only weak bitches do that. Because when she was getting at your motherfucking ass. I don't want to fight with you, Angela. But you do want to fight. You just want her hands tied behind her back. You do want to fight her. You just don't want her there when you fight her. You see what I'm saying? You want to get your shit off. Angela didn't throw nail dig at you this episode. Not once. She said I said anything I needed to say to her in person. She went low and I went low. And we good. She hurt your spirit. She hurt your soul. She broke your soul. Yes, she did. Beyonce said, don't let her break your soul, girl. Okay? It's obvious that Angela hit a nerve and Pinky is still tight about it. Okay? Pinky says that she was not nice. Pinky, what was Angela supposed to do once you started saying, bitch, I ain't bothered about nothing from you from head to toe? What is she supposed to do? What was she supposed to do? Oh, girl, you a joke. That's a joke. I'm bothered by you. Girl, go on away from me with this vibe. Girl, you better get away from me with your vibe. What was she supposed to do? Okay? Pinky said that Angela even talked shit about Kelly. And Cynthia looked like, what? Pinky said, yes, she did. She said that you and freaking Frack is whack, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about Pinky, baby. It's very rah. It was not talking shit. She was letting it be known that when she talked to Shamia and Kelly, they didn't have any ill feelings towards Cynthia. In fact, the ill will from Kelly was for Portia and Phaedra. And she said that Frack was whack, and she thought that they should be in the closet. That's not talking shit. But you look at anytime somebody say anything to you, anybody saying anything is talking shit, and you rah 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 rah. It ain't for all that, baby. It don't need to be all that. Okay. Kelly said that she said it and she'll say it to them. Okay. She said that Portia can't expect her to just sit there and tell lies and play with her. Okay. Pinky said that I said the things that she said sounded hurtful. Portia said, but they were true. Kelly said, well, the things I said about her is true. Okay. For me, regardless of what Portia talking about, we know that she was fucking Simon while he was married, right? So I don't give a fuck what Fallon was doing. Portia was still messing with that man when he was married. So it's almost like Kelly is now saying she said what she said about Portia, depending on what Portia said about her. And that makes me think that there's some truth to what Portia is saying about her. Right now on Watch What Happens Live, Kelly said that she didn't say that Portia slept with a married man. She said that she needs to stop trying to sleep with married men. And when they wrote that beautiful bean footage, that is true. She did not say that she was sleeping with married men. She said that she, said that she needs to stop trying to. Okay. Now speaking of Watch What Happens Live, Andy did not seem to be pleased with Kelly or Joe Ellen, but he didn't seem to be pleased with Kelly, especially about the way her and Shamia reacted with this room situation. Okay. Kelly said at the end of the day, hurt people try to hurt people, and that's something that Portia has to deal with. Okay. Now in the confessional, Kelly said, at this point, I'm sick of Portia. And I was just telling a friend this the other day. This is the pretty girl tax, right? Because Portia got options, so you want to call her a whore because nobody will fuck you. Right? You want to call her a whore because nobody will fuck you.
Who's you?
Right? And we seen your husband, so stop. We seen your husband, so stop. But we're going to get back on that in a minute. Okay? Cynthia said to Pinky, you made a couple of us uncomfortable. And Pinky said, did I? And Cynthia said, yes, you did. There's intention and then there's delivery. Okay? And so Pinky describes to Shamia and Kelly, when I was talking to Cynthia, they said that my tone was aggressive. And Cynthia said it was curt. And she said, I received what you were saying, but I do feel like there's a reason why it ended up going left. Okay? She said, first of all, you didn't have any other backstory. The girl cut her off and said, no, I had backstory. Shamia showed me pictures. But my thing is this, baby, if you had the backstory, then there's no need for you to come to the table and ask questions to Cynthia. There was no need. If you had the backstory, there was no need for you to ask Cynthia any fucking questions at the table. You would have known that she was malicious in what she did. Right? You would have known that she had a motive, or she intentionally put them in the pool house. If you had the backstory, that there was no need for questions. Okay. She said they was asking me about what was going on in the room, so I communicated to them what was happening. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that's inconsequential to the follow-up, right? It was when Cynthia came outside and you telling her about the other girls before she even reached her seat. It's not like Cynthia came and joined the conversation. She didn't even let Cynthia sit down. Pinky was on the attack. And to deny that is a lie. Go back and watch the episode. And that's what I keep saying about the line keeps moving.
The line is always moving.
The line is moving. The attack happened when Cynthia came out. You know, there's some people that ain't gonna be here. And so Cynthia said the puzzle has more than one piece. So Pinky said that Shamia had called Cynthia. And Cynthia said, and we talked and we laughed and we talked about a bunch of things by the time we got to you, respectfully. Okay? And Pinky said we did, but let's be clear, and that's what I'm saying, that let's be clear, right? That let's be clear is let me get you together, right? Again, y'all are used to people playing with y'all. Y'all are used to people playing with y'all. It's emphatic, it's authoritative, it's assertive, it's confrontational. Let's be clear. And she was pointing her finger. Look at her pointing her finger. Look at her pointing her finger. She is sunning her. She is trying to sun her. It's confrontational. It is assertive. Let's be clear. What? We got to talk about, baby. She don't know how to talk to people. And so Cynthia said, oh, I'm clear. And she said, this is my first time having a conversation with y'all after having a conversation with them. And Cynthia said, yes. So you came in hot. And again, Pinky is seeing it as a house divided. That's why she's using all and them, which proves Angela's point, right? You was having a conversation with Portia. Phaedra came in, and Portia ended up ushering Phaedra in, right? Angela showed up, and Cynthia came in, and Cynthia wasn't even able to join the conversation. You dragged her in the conversation before she was able to sit down, and then you started pressing her, right? Pinky says the table was very messy, and she has moved on, and it's a new day. And so Cynthia said, well, can you open the floor for questions before you close this out? Because what you do is start a conversation, run the conversation, and then end the conversation. In other words, she liked to shut shit down. She liked to shut shit down. These are not your employees. These are not your employees, okay? And so Drew said something, I don't know what Drew said, but she tells Drew, all right, nobody asked you, Sally Mae Navient. So I don't know if it's something that we missed, if Drew owes student loans or something for her to call her Sally Mae Navient. You get what I'm saying? And there's another thing, girl, you talking about Sally Mae. You get what I'm saying? You sitting up here talking about Sally Mae Navient.
You know you filed bankruptcy, girl.
You know you filed bankruptcy, girl. Quit talking about money. Quit talking about money. You know you filed bankruptcy, girl. Okay? Drew said it's very aggressive. It is. It is very aggressive. And so Pinky got in a confessional. Pinky got in the confession and said it's very disrespectful to call somebody aggressive, especially black women and all we have to go through.
Oh, here we go.
Yo. Here we go. Here we go. Pinky, you are not every woman, and you are not every black woman. You being aggressive have nothing to do with black women as a whole. You, my dear, are aggressive, and you do not know how to talk to people. And if you feel, she said, if you feel like my aggressiveness is taking up space in your little world, then I'll be aggressive. But you will not disrespect me because I'm powerful, strong, and standing in my truth. Nobody is disrespecting you, beloved. Your problem is you think that anytime somebody says anything to you, it is disrespect, and it's not. You are walking around with a chip on your shoulder. You are walking around with a chip on your shoulder. Nobody's disrespecting you. It got disrespectful with you and Angela, but if you ask me, you started to disrespect. Yeah, she's always on the defense. She's always on the defense. Nobody's disrespecting you, baby. Thank you for the super chat, Feel Good. He said, why would Cynthia care after that display at the table? Better remove. Cynthia knew what she was doing at that lunch. Payback is an itch. Left my ass off. Feel good, but baby, but you still treat people right. She was supposed to do her right. And to truth be told, I'm pretty sure Cynthia knew for them to have camera crews and stuff and already there. She knew that they was going to be there days ahead of time. So it should have already been set in motion. It should have already been set in motion what she was going to eat. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Q. Hold on. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said, black tennis ball is very aggressive, but we can't say that, so the other word can we use for aggressive our way, black women can't be aggressive. She's not every woman. She's not every woman. Okay? Cynthia said, you're going to get the energy that you put out. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Desiree. She said some new reads that don't have anything to do with money. Right. You got to get some new, because they're not working, baby, because you filed for bankruptcy. You filed for bankruptcy.
You know you filed bankruptcy, girl.
You know you filed bankruptcy, girl. Okay? You got to find something else, baby. Okay? Cynthia said you're going to get the energy you put out. Okay? My thing is, I feel like that Pinky needs to be upset with Kelly and Shamia because they told her one thing and they didn't stand on business. They didn't stand on business. They tucked their tail, which is why they was trying to be so vocal in the sprinter. Okay? Now, back over here to K. Michelle's group, Portia's group, okay? K. Michelle plays Portia's flatline. And, you know, she tried to take a dig. My thing with K. Michelle is, this is the thing. If you are very offensive about anything that everybody say to you, if I can't play with you and you think that anytime I'm doing something to attack you, bitch, don't play with me. Period. You get what I'm saying? So you trying to make this dig at flatline, Portia just laughed about it. But the thing is, when people do stuff to K. Michelle, she's so sensitive and she think that everybody is out to get her and trying to do a dig and this all woe is me and these women in Atlanta try to shut me down. Yeah, girl, bye. Bye. Ugh. Okay? They said that Flatline was on the chart for 3 weeks. She said that Flatline was on the chart for 3 weeks and she's still getting $15 checks about it. Okay? Let's get back. I'm just going back and forth. They really had us playing ping pong. Okay? Cynthia is drunk. Cynthia is back at the house. Cynthia is at the house and she drunk taking a nap. And Drew comes over. Cynthia is actually tall. Cynthia is a tall woman compared to Drew. Okay? Cynthia had a nip slip. You know her titties always popping out. Okay? Kelly and Shamia's room is finally clean. Okay? Cynthia says that she feels like the issue is bigger than the room. Okay? You getting it, Cynthia? But it wasn't the cleanliness of the room. It was the room within itself, right? She said that she thinks that Shamia feels a way about not being in the big house. And Portia being in the big house, and she's not on the best of terms with her, and she is still a little attached to her. You're kind of right, Cynthia, but Shamia felt the way about not being in the house because when she got on this show, she felt like it made her and Portia equals, right? And Cynthia reminded her that she was second best. You were not her equal. You are second best, right? There is no equal. You will never be. You will never be on this show. You will never be comparable to Portia because she was on the show longer than you, baby. She was on the show at their height. Right at the biggest point of the show, she was on the show, right? So Shamia will never be able to out housewife Portia, no matter what she does and no matter who she marries. No matter what, you will never be able to out housewife Portia. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Big L88. She said, but this same thing, I have an issue with Wendy Othefto saying we can't say aggressive. How do we call a thing a thing? Baby, she's aggressive. She's aggressive. I'm sorry. She's aggressive. Thank you for the super chat, Whitney 322. She said 600 people in the chat, but only 180 likes. Come on. Oh, I'm gone. I'm out. See y'all later. Adios. Y'all, please don't make me beg you. Please don't make me beg you. Okay? Please like the video. Y'all here? Come on, man. Okay? Cynthia said that there is something deeper in Shamia's spirit. And Drew said, and she covers it with jokes. She covers it with twerking. And then Drew gets up to imitate Shamia. And baby, when I tell you Shamia deserves the Emmy Award for the way that she, baby, turned into Shamia, even down to the sad ass face.
Look how she ate that.
She ate that, baby. She ate that, baby. This is Drew's best work to date. This is her best work to date, baby. Because she damn sure didn't do a damn thing playing FIFA. Baby, Drew, you ate that. Drew, you ate that. Who did I say? Who did I say? I'm sorry. I meant Drew. Drew, you ate that. You ate that, baby. Okay? So they started talking about Pinky. And Cynthia said that the energy police turns the energy sometimes. When was Pinky ever the energy police, though? When was Pinky ever the energy police? When? Okay? She said that's the Baltimore energy. And Drew said for that to be the way that these conversations are going to go, it's going to be an energy drainer. And Cynthia said, I can't do that. I can't do that. And they said that she inserts herself into everybody else's drama. Now, again, I like Pinky, and she is aggressive, but I'm not about to lie on the girl. We haven't seen that. We only seen her insert herself into one thing, and that was this room situation. We haven't seen her insert herself into anything else. So unless that there's some scenes that they left on the cutting room floor, we didn't see that. Okay? on the way to the house, and K. Michelle, Portia's group, okay? K. Michelle said all she has been able to see is good from Shamia. Maybe she's not able to see it because she's attracted to her because all she sleep with is darker women.
I ain't never seen so many dykes in my life.
Yeah, but what is this? The real bulldaggers of it? What is this? What is this? Okay? Then K. Michelle says that she's gay on holidays. She get a pass on holidays. Girl, have you been with that nigga for a holiday yet? Have you been with that nigga for a holiday yet? It wasn't even a holiday yet. What holiday did y'all celebrate? Well, you had a hall pass. Okay? She said that chocolate is her preference and her husband will tell her. No. Listen, I just think that what you do ought to stay in the bedroom, right? And with K. Michelle, as sensitive as she is, I don't think that she is going to be willing to take what comes with what she just shared with us, like Candy did, right? It can get real messy, especially on Watch What Happens Live and with the Bravo fan base. K. Michelle, I don't think that you should have put that out there like that. I don't, okay? Now, we over here with Big Pink and a little Hobbit, okay? Kelly ended up coming over, and look at Pinky. Baby, Pinky looked humbled, baby. Pinky was humbled. Baby, Angela tore off in that ass. Angela tore off in that ass. Baby, Pinky looked like she has been through it. Pinky got humble, baby. She did. Oh, Pinky. You put up a good fight, though. But, baby, you got humble. Okay? Pinky said that she's mindful of her energy, that this is new for her, and she's usually only around her husband. She said she don't have patience for bullshit, and her fuse is short. And so she is admitting it. She is admitting that she has an aggressive, as Cynthia said, curt energy, right? She's admitting it, okay? The thing is, Pinky, you are around people outside of your husband. You're just the boss. So you talk to them a certain way, and that doesn't work with everybody. And truth be told, you shouldn't be talking to your employees like that either, right? Because everybody is due respect. But definitely, you just shouldn't be talking like that to anybody, okay? And so Pinky says, "Is this y'all energy every day?" And Kelly says, when you're in a group of ladies who don't really have anything else going on, the energy becomes different. Anything else like what? Filing for bankruptcy?
You know you filed bankruptcy, girl.
Filing for bankruptcy because the girls ain't filing for bankruptcy? They ain't got nothing going on? I am confusion. Okay? And so Kelly says this is what Kelly is saying, baby. This is why I connect with you so well. I got the kids, I got the business, all these things I'm worried about, and I'm self-made, so our resilience hits different. And Pinky says, I built my business from my back, and Angela had to lay on her back. Okay? So what number is this? 6 or 7? What number is this? 6 or 7? This is another time she has thrown the dig. She has conceded, right? She has conceded. I don't want to fight with you, Angela. I don't want to fight with you, Angela. This episode, every fucking scene Pinky did, she talked about Angela. Every scene she did, except for when Angela was in her face on that bus, she has talked about Angela. Every scene. Miss, I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to argue with you, Angela. You want to argue with me, you just don't want me to be there when you do it. You want to argue with me, you just don't want me to be there when you do it.
Only weak bitches do that.
Okay? And so, she's saying that Angela has to lay on her back. And the truth about that is it's so late and it's so... Let me go. Okay. Kelly ended up making a statement earlier, and she ended up calling Angela Big Ange. And she said that she could be below Pinky's tax bracket when she made that thing. with that statement. She said, we doesn't know. She said that she doesn't know what Angela does. Girl, you know what Angela do. You know what Angela do. And so, Pinky, this is the 5th or 6th time you talked about Angela. The thing I don't like that, because Angela didn't get there by laying on her back, right? She said on the show that she met Charles. They was living in the same building and they was on the elevator together. So she was self-made as well, right? Again, who are the mean girls in the group? Pinky and Kelly are the ones who are making physical digs about people, but it's allowed because of the way that they look. It's allowed because of the way that they look. And Pinky and Kelly are over there upset, looking the way that they look. Y'all mad. And the truth of the matter is, Kelly, you couldn't give that shit away.
Who would you?
Who would fuck you? You couldn't give that shit away. Nobody is paying a bad price for you, baby. Nobody is trying to offer you a good life, baby. Nobody. Nobody. And it's the pretty tax, right? Because it's always assumed where the more attractive people are seen as whores because they have better options or more options. We've seen it with Kenya, right? She was called a whore. We've seen it with Claudia. She was called a whore, right? Anytime a pretty girl's enter the conversation, she is discredited, and she is made to have slept her way to the top. And they are over here bonding over it, right? And I almost said something. Let me be quiet. I almost said something. And again, Pinky, if your husband had $5 million to give you, you wouldn't have filed for bankruptcy. If your man had $5 million to give you, you wouldn't have filed for bankruptcy. That's when you bring a nigga name up. When a nigga gave you $5 million. My husband is paid. Girl, please. Is he really? Because you still filed for bankruptcy. You still filed for bankruptcy.
You know you filed bankruptcy, girl.
You know you filed bankruptcy, girl. And I like you. But we got to tell the truth. We're going to tell the truth now. Thank you for the super chat. Feel good. 8846. He said that Pinky thought that she was in charge of the girls. Pinky isn't used to being challenged. Kelly needs to shut up talking about tax brackets. Okay? And Kelly, let me say this to you, because you sat in this scene and you tried to get hot and mighty. And from where I sit, you are a fake ass bitch. Because at any point of this show, you could have told Pinky that you was the one who said that she eat me. This girl has got ate up trying to defend you, but you refuse to do it. And even to present day, you have not apologized to the girl. You have not apologized to the girl. And you said that girl eat me because you felt like she was a mean girl because you DM'd her and she didn't reply to your motherfucking DM. But then you going around saying that she eat me. But you just so above the bullshit and you could relate to her. But you was the bitch that was going around behind her back saying that she eat me. Nobody else did that. You did that. You did that. You made this girl feel like that she wasn't welcomed in this group. That people were spreading rumors and stuff about her. You did that. Nobody else. So if she got a chip on her shoulder, it's because of the shit that you did. It was the shit that you did. Whack ass. Okay? So the girls are going to have dinner at a place called Paradisio. Okay? They get on the party bus, and they ended up sharing stories about their earlier outings. Okay? Cynthia wanted to do an icebreaker where everybody tell them something about something they learned about somebody on the bus that they didn't know before the trip. Kay said that she didn't know that Phaedra was nice. She said it was shocking to see white ladies in the airport know Phaedra, and that Phaedra is a household name. Angela said that she didn't know that Portia was the key, and she's a time and a half. Okay, Shamia. So Shamia said, K. Michelle, last night at the pool, I didn't realize how much you had been through and why there was resistance and hesitation about you, being part of girl groups. I didn't know what you went through with the girls in LA. Oh, Shamia, girl, you are really killing the mood in here, girl. You are really killing the mood. Seeking sympathy. Trying to pull at our heartstrings. Again. Girl, bye. Okay? So Kelly says that, she appreciates the women coming to her grand opening. And Angela said, well, who all was there? And so Kelly said, Angela, you know who all was there. You clearly was there, so you know who all was there. Could it be seen as Angela being messy? Yes. But I look at it like Kelly being passive aggressive. right? You wanted some shit to say to Portia, and you should have said it. And you should have said it.
You should have said when you had the time to say it, Nene. You had the floor.
You had the floor. All of these whores that you calling her in the confessionals and stuff like that, you could have just said Portia. Why you didn't come to my thing? You get what I'm saying? But you wanna be passive aggressive about it, right? Somebody got to drag her name out of your mouth now when she in your face, but you just Portia. Okay? So Portia said, "Did you enjoy yourself, Angela?" Because Portia said, I ain't, what I'm saying, the bitch ain't got the puss to call me out, so let me ask the questions. So Angela said, "I did, and the flowers you sent were beautiful." Portia said, "Well, Kelly told me that she didn't want broken flowers from a broken person." So Kelly said, "I did. I felt like in our group, support is more appreciated than the flower." But girl, you've only been here 1 year. This is your second year. You haven't even completed a year, so how you gonna tell us what we do in the group? How you gonna tell us what we do in the group? Girl, you was really bothered, girl, because you wanted Big Dog to be there. You wanted Big Dog to be there. I get it, because you clearly hurt by it. You wanted Big Dog to be there, so you're mad about it, okay? Portia said, just like you didn't like me saying what I said in front of Kay, which is one person, you could have told me you felt the way about me sleeping with married men, and she did like the quotations before doing the interview. Okay? And she said, "That's what I said. You lied." And Kelly said, "I didn't lie about anything. Did you not say that you want to sleep with Charles? Did you not sleep with a married man?" And Portia said, "No, bitch." Now, Portia didn't say that she wanted to sleep with Charles. Okay? She said that if Angela keeps starting shit with her or keep fucking with her, that she was going to fuck Charles. That those are two totally different things. Okay? Now, did Portia sleep with a married man? Absolutely. Yes, she did. Okay? So Kelly said, "Bitch, didn't you sleep with R. Kelly?" And she said, "Bitch, wasn't he married at the time?"
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You did what?
You did what? You did what, Portia? You was out here fucking with it's not semantics, CW. Saying that I want to fuck Charles is one thing, but saying that bitch keep fucking with me, I'm gonna fuck her man is another thing. Cause the difference is me wanting to fuck Charles or not. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? If the bitch keep on fucking with me, I'm gonna get the bitch up off me. Do I want to? No. But if she just don't lead me there, okay? Portia says that he was not married. Kelly said R. Kelly was damn sure married. Girl, he was married. He was married. So Pinky said, "Wait a minute, Portia slept with R. Kelly? I believe I can fly R. Kelly? Bump and grind R. Kelly? Same girl R. Kelly? Ooh, this is different." Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Down low R. Kelly. Garcelle was in the video. Was in the video. And that is her second best role to date after that is her second best role to date after Fancy. That's what she remembered by. Okay? Portia says that Kelly read her Pursuit of Portia book to get the dirt on her. And she doesn't give a fuck. Thank you for the sale. Baby, let me tell you, I would never write my whole facts in no book. Who the fuck you think you is, Superhead? Who the fuck you think you is, Superhead? It's just, to me, it's just some shit I'm taking to the grave. It's just some shit I'm taking to the grave. The world did not need to know that Portia was fucking with R. Kelly. But anything to make a buck and attention. Anything to make a quick buck and attention. Okay? Now, if you think that Kelly read that book, you a damn fool. You a damn fool if you think that Kelly read that book. And baby, Shamina's sad ass face told me everything I needed to see. When Portia said he was not married, Shamia made this face and they zoomed in on it. Did y'all catch it? Shamia made this face and they zoomed in on it. And I am willing to bet that Shamia told Kelly that Portia slept with R. Kelly. You can look at the look on her face when she made that statement that he wasn't married. It's giving, bitch, girl, you know he was married. You know he was married. And Kelly said on Watch What Happens Live that she didn't read the book. So I'm sure it'll come out at the reunion. Baby, I'm telling y'all, that Shamia, baby, that Shamia is nasty.
See, that's a dirty ass bitch right there.
That's a dirty ass bitch. That's a dirty ass bitch. Okay? So Portia is continuing by saying, your truth dropped in my lap. Your truth dropped in my lap, and I gave it to you. Okay? BET weekend, after you were on the flight with him, you went to your room and your panties came off. And so Kelly said, my panties came off because I got off the flight and went to dinner with Shamia. Okay? And so the people in the confessional, the producers are asking Portia, what type of man would text another man that he slept with somebody? Y'all must don't know a lot of niggas producers. Because niggas talk, okay? Portia says the way that the man handled it was like a boy. But the way that Kelly handled it was like a slut, okay? Portia tells Kelly that she allegedly tried to contact the man after Portia called her out about it. And so Kelly said, who is the man? And so Portia says, let's spill it out. And Phaedra says, wait, don't do that. And so Angela asks Phaedra, do she know him? And Portia says, yes, she does. And so Kelly says, say it then, okay? Now, Phaedra says that it's not going to hurt the guy who's sleeping around, but it will hurt the wife, and she will feel the brunt of the pain, and she doesn't want it to be revealed because she knows the family.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Girl, I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. And my thing is, Phaedra, did you think about telling the wife, since you care so much about her so much? Did you think about telling her? And my thing is, it seems that you and Portia haven't learned y'all lesson. It seems that y'all haven't learned y'all lessons because here y'all is concocting another story. And I really feel like that y'all jobs ought to be on the line if this comes out not to be true. In my opinion, I do. Girl, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay? Kelly said, you so worried about me, worried about the liens on their house, worried about collecting the coins. Okay? And so Portia says, worried about the house you lost and the business that you're trying to build that's already gone. So at this point, the chicken and waffles is already gone. The nerve of this bitch. You thanking somebody for coming to your opening? And the motherfucking, you thanking the girls for coming to your opening of your event, but Nana Chicken and Waffles is already closed down. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. How you mad that I wasn't there? Thank you for the super chat, Monique King. She said Portia's book says that she slept with R. Kelly in 2007. He was divorced January 2009. Oh, peach juice. Oh, baby, I know. I was over there when Mims was reading the book live. I know that she slept with him. I didn't know that it was going to come out on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I didn't know it was going to come up on the Real Housewives. My God. Oh, Portia. That poor little put girl. That poor little put, baby, they don't wood it out, bitch. Okay? And so Kelly says, I didn't marry for a house. You married for funds. You would never be the same. Girl, you didn't marry for funds because you couldn't. Not because you didn't want to, girl. It was because you couldn't. Right? So Portia said, I got my house, Miss Nunn, prenup. And she said, I didn't get a prenup because it was love. Baby, it was not love. Love don't have a nigga beating on you. Love don't have you sleeping in the closet. Love don't do that, baby. Love don't do that, baby. You will never be able to win that argument, Kelly. I think that you're trying to look down on Portia because you felt like that she married for money. But at least she married a man with resources. The man that you married, and the way that it turned out for you. Love, where is it now? Where is it now? All you got is 3 kids that you have to go to that he gave you that you was burping and have to go to see CPS about. That's all you got to show for it. Dad, every time you look up, he crying. You crying about it? Love, girl, please. Girl, please. Okay? And so Kelly says, let me tell you about a bitch like me. And then proceeded to talk about okay? She said, bitch, you done fuck, suck, and scissored every motherfucker in Atlanta. And Portia said, bitch, you tried to scissor me.
Say what? You are lying.
You tried to scissor me. Portia said, who tried to scissor you? And as she was saying this, Angela looked at Portia from the side of her eye, and K. Michelle was kind of whispering to Phaedra, like, girl, do something. She was trying to whisper, girl, do something, stop them, stop them. And so Kelly said, who tried to scissor you? And Portia said, girl, oh my God. And Kelly said, girl, that motherfucking hot chilo cheese, Frito pussy, I don't want to scissor you. And so again, Portia did not learn her lesson, right? And why should she? Because she never faced any consequences the last time she accused somebody of doing something to her. But is she accusing somebody of assault here? No, right? But she's saying that this girl tried to come on to her. But do I believe it? I don't believe it for 1 minute. I don't believe it for 1 minute. I don't believe it for 1 minute. Portia, and I told y'all this when, well, I said this before, when Portia got into that argument with Candy, I felt like that she was just saying shit. I felt like that she was just saying shit. And so I don't believe it. I don't believe it. We only have seen Portia be the aggressor. K. Michelle called 2 strays and now she feels some type of way. The R. Kelly thing and Miss Nunn prenup. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is the new one, hot Frito chili cheese. I don't think it was a new one, CW, because Andy asked her about it on Watch What Happens Live, and when somebody got to ask you about it, I don't think it really hit. I don't think it really hit. Okay? In my opinion, I thought that the argument was lame. I mean, she put Portia business out there. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, Kelly got her to me. Kelly got you, Portia. She got you. And that's why we went to S17. I thought it was mean. I don't like to hear women talk about each other like that. What? The hot Cheeto free pussy? Hot Cheeto chili cheese is a microaggression. The hot Cheeto read is definitely a microaggression. No, it was in the book. It was in the book. Kelly won. I don't even look like this as a war. Kelly got her only because Portia was sitting far from her. But see, Richie, Portia ain't no fighter like that. Portia ain't no fight like that. Look, she didn't eat her up, baby. She didn't eat her up, but she got her. Kelly did try to get with Portia. Child. Y'all believe in the Easter Bunny. What's good, Autumn's mom? She said Portia talked about sleeping with R. Kelly on either the Sherry Shepherd show or the Jennifer Hudson show when she was promoting that damn book. Oh, girl. I would have took that shit to the grave. And the thing is, I feel like that people are we really believing, and this is the thing we got to be fair, are we really believing anything that Portia says after the shit that happened with her and Candy? Right? Are we believing, like, and I think that Portia likes to play on I'm attractive, so I can say that a person tried to get with me and people will believe it, but I don't think that. Do you think that Shamia is contributing to the tension in the group by whispering behind the scenes and turning K and Punk against Portia? Yes, I do. They already said that she was the messiest person this season. She started a lot of shit this season. I'm tired of looking at her, to be honest with you. I want her off my TV. What's good, Jerry I? He said, but Candy is a lesbian that slept with every man in Atlanta. I believe her and Todd tried to sleep with Portia. No, Portia tried to sleep with them, and Todd said, "No, let's not do it," because he was afraid that it was going to come out on TV. And what do you know? It did. Angela is the messiest. Girl, classic would have gone now. How's she messy? At least she's saying stuff to people's face. Marvin said, "No, I do too. She's aggressive." Wrong roll, Pinky. I want Portia off. Off what? It's Todd hung. That's what Candy said. Angela is the new queen. Todd saved Candy on that when she was ready to go. That girl. So Monique King, she probably would have took Todd from her anyway. It would have been Fowler. Could you imagine her over there trying to get married with Todd? Scraping up Candy little coins. Scraping up Candy little coins out the couch cushions that he was jumping on, trying to get scraping up. Nothing can compare. Todd said it smells like chili cheese Cheetos. Tried to sleep with Portia and tried to R-word are two different things, which is what Portia accused him of. But Candy said that Portia was trying to sleep with them. Rick and Frack have zero account of credibility. No, they don't have any credibility. I don't believe that I don't like Kelly, but I don't believe that this thing that they're saying exists, because I would have said her name. Let me tell you something. If the girl would have said, I wouldn't give a goddamn what happened. If the Bravo audience, outside the people that read the book, didn't know that Portia slept with R. Kelly. And that makes her look like, because we knew that she was in Atlanta. Because Kelly is telling the truth, right? You have sucked, fucked, and scissored every fucking thing in Atlanta, right? But those women in the airport, them white women, that know Phaedra, they didn't know that Portia was fucking with R. Kelly. And so what I'm telling you, my sweet baby, is that if Kelly would have said that I had fucked R. Kelly on these cameras, I definitely would have spilled that nigga name out. I definitely would have said that nigga name. You know what I'm saying? Neo, Jay-Z, whoever lives in California, maybe I would have said the nigga name. I would have said the nigga name. I would have got him up off me. I would have got her up off me. Okay? But baby, did y'all see the way that they was looking when they said that she tried to scissor? Girl. She tried to scissor Portia. All right. But y'all, that's all I got. It was a good episode, okay? I called it fair. We gotta be honest. You know what I'm saying? Pinky, you's aggressive, baby. You are curt. You are. And it's okay. It seems like this is the first time that you've been around people who told you how you come off, and you having a hard time accepting it. But baby, you giving punk puss. I gotta be honest with you, baby. You giving punk puss because you conceded to Angela and said you didn't want to argue with her, and you went on to keep on talking about this girl. But when she was on your ass, it was, I don't want to argue with you. You brought her up in every scene, baby, except for when y'all was face to face. Now maybe we'll see you talking to her when y'all get back in the car on the next week's episode. But but girl, it is what it is, okay? Pinky is coming off like Kiana. I wouldn't give that. Kiana give me a little bit more gut, gutter, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? We can't say that, Kiana was over there getting hit upside her head with bottles and shit, y'all. I can't give her that now. I can't give her that now. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said Portia was detailed about her abuse she experienced by R. Kelly. So now everybody did. Okay. She didn't just sleeping with him. She was held in a room and forced to. Thank you for the super chat, Monique King. She says Pinky Unplayed employees are loving watching this. I know they are. Fortunate to travel her motherfucking ass away from Atlanta all the way to Chicago, and y'all gonna sit up here and tell me she was. Did he force her on the plane too? I can't take it. But Portia saw dollar signs. Yes, she did, baby. Yes, she did. K. Michelle seems to be mad about it. Made it out the house, learned how to write songs and play instruments. Where was Mama Diane when all of this was going on? At home, eating a large pepperoni pizza, some white linen sheets. Wasn't that Cordell House, y'all? The hot Frito cheese thing was so lame. Yeah, it was lame. But the whole you done fucked, sucked, and scissored, right? Baby, she said, baby, you do anything walking. You do anything walking. That's what she basically told her. You do everything walking. And Kelly, girl. Kelly looked like a 1960. I don't know what she think that she be giving child. And watch her having slide, baby. She looked a mess. She looked a mess. She had like the girl. It looked, baby. She. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He say, you're going to ignore and minimize Portia's abuse. She thought that she was going to be a recording artist. Did she really? Did she really? With Flatline? Those vocals that we heard? Amazing Grace. She thought that she was going to be a recording artist? What was she going to be doing? What was she going to be doing? Singing background for K. Michelle? What was she going to do? Shit, we saw her and Shamil over there singing the national anthem at the Hawks game. Shamil, go home and hug your child, baby. Shiloh needs you. Please. These hoes didn't even have on no matching outfits, child. Child, please. That boy say, baby, minimize her abuse and pain, child. Baby, everybody ain't no victim, child. Them girls be going over there freely. What's good, Top Shelf? A doo-wop bop girl, okay? For K. Michelle, please. Top Shelf Portia was gonna be the next Aaliyah, nigga, please. Aaliyah, child. She was too old. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, why do you hate pretty black women? Why? I don't hate Portia. Y'all always do that when I come and tell the truth. Y'all always do that when I come and tell the truth. I gotta tell the truth. You think that she was a victim? I guess I just show tough love. So everybody ain't no victim, child. Why do I hate pretty black women? Well, that girl say she done sucked and fucked and scissored. He is Portia number 1 friend. Yes, he is. What's good, Dolce Delicious? He hates Shamia. Who hates Shamia? Portia was abused. Okay, abused what? Baby. She abused her pussy. And everybody hit and have a piece of it. Yeah. Especially when Bolo abused her. Baby, she was over there telling Bolo deeper and harder. He saw what he had. Y'all see what he did with that watermelon? Baby, that poor watermelon, baby. Jesus. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He say, protect black women. Go find you a man. Jerry, if you keep fucking with me, I'm gonna fuck you. How about that? Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. I appreciate it. Bolo is man of the Lord now. Is he the man of the Lord now? Well, you know, once upon a time, Portia was a woman of the Lord. He around here eating pussy. So, one of you bitches eating me tonight. Oh, Tanya. Baby, they say Latoya ate the pussy and threw up. Okay. Don't let that be your first good boy stay free. You know, I'm just saying. I want it to be special. I want to say, I had to do this because Jerry made me mad. Oh, Jesus. Portia said, yes, baby. That girl said, yes, you can. Deeper, she said. Yes, but she said deeper. That man said, how far you want me to go? Didn't somebody throw up after eating the pussy? Latoya. Yes, she did. Throw up over there eating it. Deeper and harder. That's what they said, baby. I just couldn't believe. My whole thing is with Portia. Okay, girl, do what you do, but girl, you did it in the house with babies in the house. Girl, have some respect for yourself. At least put some panties in your mouth or something. You in Tanya now screaming like y'all in the house by yourself, bitch. Brooklyn is upstairs. Brooklyn is upstairs. Girl, your enemies is in here. And then Tanya whack ass put herself at the scene of the crime. Baby, we ain't seen Tanya since. We ain't seen Tanya since, girl. And you know, she was over there sucking Paul. Remember, she used to suck Paul. She used to suck his dick every morning. She used to suck his dick every morning. Baby, raise y'all daughters, child. Raise y'all daughters. That's that biracial shit, child. Her mama had to be a white girl telling her to do some shit like that to get a man. Sucked his dick every day. Sucked his dick every day, bitch. And he still ain't married you? Oh, Tanya. Oh, Tanya. Tanya now have books in Morocco trying to erase the past, y'all. One of you bitches eat me tonight? Yeah, her and Paul broke up. Yeah, after she was sucking his dick every motherfucking day. She used to suck his dick every morning. That must have been some sorry head. That must have been some sorry head. Mimi tried to tell her, what? Is she still with him? No, she not. And went to the cookie lady. Tanya said that she and Paul had threesomes too. She said that, Erica the author. Oh my God, y'all be letting these niggas slut y'all out. Y'all be letting these niggas slut y'all out. And then some of them get the beat. And then the niggas be hitting them, but y'all be letting these niggas do whatever they want to do, job. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said Brooklyn's real mommy wasn't with her. Can you use someone else's eggs? Oh, Jerry. Oh, Jerry. Why would you do that to somebody's child? Why would you do that to somebody's child after Portia was upset that somebody said that PJ looked like Dennis with a ball? You know what, Jerry? I will say something. Can we talk real quick? Hopefully the people that ain't gonna watch the whole video and watch this party, I want to say something real quick. You know, Jerry, to be honest with you, I was surprised that Portia said that, you know, her and Dennis was gonna try to get PJ a YouTube channel because I didn't know that PJ could talk. I'm just saying, I didn't know that PJ could talk. She always seemed mute to me. She was on Portia Speak on the last year picking out a piece of cake. She didn't say one word. Portia asked her what cake she wants. She was just pointing. I was like, oh wow, what's going on here? What's going on? Wow. Wow. I ain't never heard her say nothing, mommy, nothing. I said, wow. What? No, I'm not no good. What? I'm just saying. Portia told Tanya, girl, yes, you can. Yes, she can. I didn't say that she was mute. I just said I just didn't know that the baby could talk now. I didn't know that she could talk now. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, baby. She was talking to Portia. She talked. Okay. I didn't see her talk. I didn't hear. Maybe I don't remember. Poor PJ never smiled. What she got, baby? Girl? She's seeing nigga. She's seeing nigga after nigga run out the house, girl. Now she's seeing bitches. Could you imagine if I went to school with her? I would have told her, your mama fuck with bitches too. I was off the chain as a kid, baby. I was off the chain as a kid. Girl, please. I have PJ over there in therapy, y'all. Girl, your mama eating pussy now, they say, girl. What? Is that your new daddy? What 50 Cent say? Get the strap. Girl, please. Oh, Jesus. Pathologists are confused. I never heard her talk either. I'm just saying. I F niggas too. Oh yes, baby. I would have, baby. Yes. PJ not being raised. Your mama boyfriend got hips and titties. My God. Aries up there singing like her. She has so much confidence. Shout out to Tiny and T.I. She do. She can sing too, though. She can sing. She can sing. Shamia can sing too. Shamia really got a good voice. She just don't got it. Shamia got a good voice. You a hater. Portia is winning all the way to the bank. Y'all mad? Who you messing with? I'm not mad. I like everybody. I like everybody. What are you? Oh my God. Y'all are so sensitive. I'm going to get up off of here at the 2-hour mark. I'm hungry than a motherfucker. Here we go. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, but at least Portia doesn't have a handicap. Oh my God. As we can say, PJ is Portia's, unlike Kenya's. Can we? Can we? Your mama boyfriend P sitting down. But they got some women now that's P standing up. At least that's what they say. I seen a woman P standing up before. At least let me be quiet, so I ain't want to go there, Joe. Y'all try to jump on me. Yeah, that baby looks like Portia. The baby look like Portia. Thank you for the super chat, Top Chef. He said, Jerry I is truly delusional. I love it. To think that Portia would have been able to be the next Aaliyah is a lot, darling. Yes, she do got Portia original. A lot of people see PJ, but they don't know what Portia used to look like, though. The PJ look exactly like Portia. We saw Portia original face when they played Fatline. Well, something a little close to it. My goodness, Jerry, if you sensitive leave, that was a lie. Portia's original face. Okay. What else y'all got before I get up out of here? I'm hungry in the morning. That's her. One of my friends worked in production for Portia's baby special, and she said that she was very shy and quiet and barely talked to them off camera. Wow. Mom, PJ looking like her daddy. I don't see it. But I don't think that Dennis is a bad looking man. Dennis kind of looked like Jermaine Dupri to me. Don't he give y'all Jermaine Dupri a little bit? A little better looking version of Jermaine Dupri, but I can't wait to see Glorilla kids. Glorilla pregnant? Is Glorilla pregnant? Is Glorilla pregnant? I just feel like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they don't get mad at me, y'all. Glorilla's so poor. They grew up so poor. I just feel like the poorness still gonna be in her baby. Gonna look poor. Your baby gonna look poor. Glorilla pregnant? Wow. Dennis is very generous. Plus, yeah, he does. But and his Detroit swag help. And his Detroit swag still help. I didn't know that Glorilla was pregnant. Not the poverty baby. That's what it looked like. The daddy is an NBA player, yeah. But baby, they was deep. They was real poor. You seen her sister them and her mama them. And the daddy them. That probably come from having them old kids. Oh, she not pregnant? Okay. At least confirmed. Okay, y'all just be saying shit. Y'all just be saying she not pregnant. I can't wait to see her kids with Glow original face. Child. Y'all just be saying shit. Okay. But y'all, that was the episode. She not pregnant. Okay, that's good. Amen. Amen. And I know Lotto is pregnant. Okay. Just saying anything right. Got me over here thinking of this girl over here pregnant. Because I was thinking about what the baby shower was going to be like. I was thinking what was the baby shower going to be like with you know what I'm saying? If the mom and the sister was there. Okay. But y'all, I got to go. Thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I know that this was a long episode, but you know, it was, but my bad. All right. But thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Adios. Call daddy.
Call daddy, tell him 25. Call daddy, tell him 25. Oh, cool.